Welcome back to Chains of Addiction. Today, I promised we would eventually cut something other than cottonwood trees. And today, I'm going to cut a spruce tree. It is not a huge spruce tree. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get out to the tree. But first of all, I'm going to use this 260 that Danny picked up the other day. This, by the way, is a Stihl MS260 Pro. It's a 50cc saw, and it's a pro saw, which is great. That means that it's got a metal crankcase, and that is fantastic. Fairly small saw, but we have a plan for this saw. Before we go any further with that plan, though, we want to make sure that the saw is a good, solid runner. So, first things first, this chain that we threw on there the other day, I didn't realize it at the moment, but it's a skip chain, and for a small high revving saw, usually a skip chain is not my first choice. It can be, depending on the wood you're cutting, but for what I'm going to do today, I definitely want a full comp chain. So I dug around and I found a good full comp chain that's nice and sharp, that'll fit this, and I'm gonna throw that on here real quick, and then we'll head out, and we'll be at my parents' house again today. So the chain right here. Now normally I would recommend flipping the bar every time you change a chain, but we've cut with this for all of about 5 minutes. So I'm not gonna worry about that today. I'm gonna verify real quick that the oiler is clear and the oiler hole is clear and everything's fine. And then just throw this guy back on. And I gotta loosen off my adjuster real quick. That's a common thing when you're swapping between two different chains. Chains stretch as they go, right? So if you've got two different chains, one of them's much older than the other one, even if they're the same brand, the new one is usually going to be considerably shorter than the old one. And that's totally normal and fine. We don't worry about that little stuff. We just got to make sure that when you get the chain on the saw and tighten everything down, that you don't have the chain super ultra tight like so many people think you have to do. It really just puts extra wear and tear on the saw, on the bar, on the chain. You can snap a chain, you can wear out your motor. Completely unnecessary. So, oh, and did I mention it slows down your cutting? That too. Ah, there she goes. Perfect. I'm gonna grab the side cover. Where'd you put the side cover? Seriously now? Oh, it's right there. For some reason I was expecting it to be orange, but it was gray. So also, I mentioned before having a bunch of bar nuts on hand for whatever kind of saw that you're running. There's a certain sense of relief that comes from that as well. Because like right now, I'm on the bench and I'm working on a Stihl, and I know that I have at least 10 or 12 spare Stihl lug nut or bar nuts laying around. Yeah, lug nuts. My saws have lug nuts. You know that sense of panic that sets in when you can't find a part or something like that? That just doesn't exist, because I know exactly where my stash is. So it's just not a worry anymore. It's kind of nice. I'm not a huge worrisome type, but still. Good. Alright, so here's the tree behind me. Spruce tree. It got hit by the beetles pretty hard. It's not completely dead yet, but it's not going to make a recovery. I'm going to have to check once I get down there, but I think that there is a alley that I might be able to swing it down. Otherwise, we're going to have to hop the fence and come up this way like we did with the cottonwood, but we'll go check it out. Alright, so here's the tree up close and personal. I looked. I'm not going to be able to get a very good shot of the shot, but I think it is there. There's a decent possibility the tree will get hung up, but we can live with that. We'll be able to get it out of there without too much problem. I think I can get it to hit the ground safely and solidly though. So I'm gonna run and grab my gloves because I forgot those, and then clean up my work area a bit and see if we can't knock this thing down. Alright, let's see if I can't get this on film. Okay, so just to the left of the tree here, there's a good sized birch down there, and it doesn't have any limbs for quite a ways up. I know it's hard to see. And then to the right of it, there's this little guy, and then kind of a shoot down there. So that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. That'll work. Definitely some work to get it out of there, but not too bad. Alright, starting the cleanup process. I think that if I go a little bit further here, take some of the bigger branches from the underside, then I should be able to split it just up here and let both halves drop to the ground. And that'd be ideal because it would give me this small birch tree kind of as a barrier between me and the parts of the tree. Let's see how that goes. Nailed it. I know everybody loves the little 260, but I have long bar saws for a reason. And spruce trees are pretty much it. A ton of little limbs. Once it's on the ground, it's a total pain. So I brought out a 372, and I'm gonna buck up what I have here and then go up there and limb. Probably won't take very long, to be honest. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for stopping by Chains of Addiction. If you like that kind of junk, consider subscribing. Thank you.